There's someone out there. No one knows his name. No one knows his face. He strikes without cause, without mercy.
Among the glamorous and neon-drenched streets of GTA 5 hides a terrifying horror, a mysterious force of nature that is thirsting for blood and violence. Its name, Trevor Phillips, the true maniac of Los Santos, a man that is insane and out of control, but at the same time extremely cunning. Trevor checks all the boxes of classic serial killers and maniacs. While he might not be very good looking, he is able to show off a charming personality when he wants to. At times he can be funny, and you might even consider him a good friend. You might even feel sad for him when he has an emotional breakdown and starts crying. But make no mistake, this man is far more terrifying than most people know. Trevor behaves like a lunatic most of the time, which is why a lot of players don't pay attention to his behavior. If they did, they'd notice that behind all of this insanity is a man that knows exactly what he's doing. Trevor is self-aware. He knows what he's doing even when he's in one of his many fits of rage. He has proven to have a very good understanding of Los Santos and its surroundings, even going so far as to make friends with a sick cannibalistic cult up in the mountains to whom he occasionally delivers unsuspecting strangers. GTA 5 likes to use him as comedic relief. He's the typical crazy over-the-top character that the franchise is known for, but the truth is actually a lot darker than many realize. Trevor Phillips is a serial killer. We know that even without the game explicitly stating so. There are moments when we switch to him right as he's trying to flush a human leg that was clearly cut off. What happened to the rest of the body? Possibly buried somewhere in Blaine County, or maybe its remains are deep under the water. Trevor has admitted to killing people and doing horrible things to their bodies, be it alive or not. But even without him telling us, we know how violent he is because we control most of that violence. He is the perfect GTA protagonist because GTA players by default want to cause chaos and go on destructive rampages. And who better to be the personification of a GTA player than an insane maniac? He had a brother, Ryan, when he was young, and it is implied that something horrible happened to Ryan. Something Trevor had a hand in. He murdered his brother. Why? No one knows, and the game doesn't go all too deep into his childhood. Mr. Phillips is true evil. He is a cannibal that feasts on human flesh, a man that has killed more people than any of the other GTA characters, and quite frankly, probably more than most serial killers combined. And of course, he is also a man that performs certain acts of pleasure on his victims as well as their dead bodies. Knowing all of that, why would it be crazy to assume that he had a hand in killing 8 unsuspecting joggers? Be it as an accomplice the same way he helps the cannibal cult on Mount Chiliad, or as the true perpetrator. Serial killers often change their names or use fake names when committing crimes. This isn't even exclusive to killers, most criminals do this in order to avoid being caught. Not every serial killer wants their name to be associated with their murders, not all of them want to be famous. Knowing how cunning and self-aware Trevor can be, is it possible that he committed the Infinity killings and used the name Merle Abrahams as an alias? He has been living in San Andreas for a while and clearly knows his way around. He made plenty of contacts and friends that could have possibly been involved or just helped him cover his tracks. Another possibility could be that Merle was indeed the killer and Trevor helped him the same way he helps the cult or other random strangers. If Trevor is willing to make friends with cannibals and eat human flesh himself, as well as torture humans for fun, why would it be out of the ordinary for him to have been involved in the Infinity killings? Out of all GTA characters, Trevor is by far the most evil and sadistic. It just so happens that he is one of the main protagonists of GTA 5 and playable. This makes him a lot more relatable and sympathetic. He clearly is well written and acted, but imagine that he was a secondary character or part of a stranger mission. How would we view him then? Almost every character that interacts with Trevor Trevor is afraid of him. Even his former best friend, Michael, a seasoned criminal and a man who's not afraid of hardcore violence himself, tries to keep his distance from Trevor. In fact, Michael fears Trevor as he knows that he could easily kill his entire family in one of his fits of rage. After all, this is exactly what happened with Floyd and Deborah, people that Trevor considered family and friends. People that he so brutally killed that the windows of their apartment were painted red. There is no concrete evidence or even any hints at Trevor being the Infinity Killer or in any way connected to him, but knowing him and what he is capable of, it's not far-fetched. If you think about it, most theories about the true identity of the Infinity Killer, aside from Merle, are crazy and wild. There are wild theories claiming the killer is a time traveler that is somehow connected to the Epsilon program. Some people claim that he's from a long bloodline that sketches back to the Wild West. Others say that he is the reincarnated soul of Edmund Lowry Jr. from Red Dead Redemption 2. Trevor is a monster, prowling the streets of Los Santos looking for his next victims.